So, with me having somehow beat the cancer, I'm guessing it's the baking soda that I have to take more of and commit to doing it on a daily basis, nightly basis. I do it before I go to sleep, um, because I'm forced to eat the animal protein and fat all fucking day because I can't cook. That's the only thing that changed between the previous camp, where I was constantly battling uh, the sepsis that the cancer caused, that caused the pneumonias and infections in the lungs and the lymph nodes blowing up and the collapse, the pneumothorax. I wasn't eating much animal protein at all, very little, on occasion, but not fucking all day, every day like I am now. So I didn't uh, need to take baking soda that often. Half the time I forgot it. If I wasn't symptomatic, I wasn't taking it. Well, having to eat this shit day in and day out, make shit day in and day out, I stay symptomatic with the indigestion or whatever, plus the food poisoning. So I have to take it. And I think eating the fatty foods made all the previous stuff, the chemo pills, I don't know, I guess the antibiotics, absorb better. So they were more potent. Then plus the more uh, baking soda that lowers your pH. Cancer thrives on a acidic environment, and that is caused by sugar and animal protein. So because that's all my diet consists of, I have to uh, be very dedicated, and it's not like I even need to remind myself that eating this shit, trust me, I'm reminded very shortly that I need to drink the baking soda solution. So my point is that is going to be a huge game changer, not only with how I go about conducting my investigation, but all of these idiotic ICE agents. I don't give a shit whether they're somebody's crony or they're just snitches they recruited out of the sex offender registry or the domestic registry or whatever. They're all now just a bunch of big fucking dead weight liabilities. Why did they hire these motherfuckers? Number one goal was to kill me. And how do they go about killing me? They're trying to seduce me with, trying to get me to take some drug that they've infused with a bunch of fentanyl, or lure me into their house to inject, or car to inject me with it, whatever. That's one way. Their other way that they were helping Epstein's partners in crime and my exes and relatives kill me was by lying about me to help support their lies. Just like they had Stephanie come in here and lie and say that I attacked her and called her a bitch and was recording her without her permission, and basically lied through her teeth so badly that even the management and staff and the whole damn lobby were like, number one, it's not illegal to record. Number two, you just admitted that you work for Epstein's network, which includes the president, which makes you a cop. So yeah, we can record you. And you work for Napoli, who owns the facility. So it's looking like some sort of messy retaliation. Plus, she was on video the whole time anyway, from Dollar Tree and Napoli's own security system. But my point is, they were high. Their number one goal was to kill me, and they tried to do that via abducting me, trying to abduct me back to Florida or Arizona. Find out who was helping me and keeping me alive because they know I'm not a damn doctor. And who was telling me, advising me legally because they know I'm not a lawyer. And they knew somebody was telling me the truth because I believed everything the doctor said. And then a week later, all of a sudden I was making allegations about the doctor and had it right on point. And they were like, all right, who's advising her? Who's telling her that we committed criminal malpractice? Which a lot of times they told on themselves, because as soon as I got the medical records and saw that they were completely false. So they're lying for the cops, which includes my ex-boyfriend and possibly my father and my relatives, politicians, and military, which is the military elite, and shills, which may include, again, my father and my uncle, and military dependent relatives. I don't know. The Koozie will have to sort that out later. Koozie and Jag. Find out what I was using to survive the cancer and the sepsis. Learn who was helping me in AA, military, and or police advocates. And basically just, and to steer me, they had recruited Dr. Lincoln's patients and Howard Center patients to try to steer me over to them. Well, they failed at every single fucking one of them. They failed at all of them. They keep sending these motherfuckers because they were absolutely sure I was going to die and they were going to need them to say, oh, yeah, she killed herself. Oh, she was doing drugs. She died from she took a hit of crack and it had a fentanyl. She's just a statistics, the fentanyl thing. They never identified any of the stuff, any of the ways that I was, any of the remedies that I was taking. Oh, I let them think they did. I said, oh yeah, it's the doxycycline, that's saving my life. Sure enough, they have Lance and UPS fucking with it. So there's the evidence that they were trying to kill me. Then I said, oh no, it's the dewormer. Then they fucked with it and a whole supply of that disappeared from fucking Tractor Supply, which the video from there will be very telling. So all they did, of all the goals that all the purposes, utilities that these ICE agents were supposed to do, they failed at every single one. And all they did was confess and roll on everybody they worked for. Now that I'm not going to die, I don't need CVOEO. I don't need safe harbor. I don't need medical care. I'm weaning off all the blood pressure meds, so I'm not going to need a doctor for shit. I'm not an addict. I'm not out. Got $30 today for my ID. I did have to use a couple of bucks of it for no, maybe I didn't, because I had a few bucks of my own, plus I have about $6-8 worth of recyclables. Point is, I had $30 on me. Did I go spend that $30 with the crack dealer or smack dealer? No, I didn't. And that's all on surveillance. You can't just make allegations and then have all this surveillance that proves I'm not doing what all you lying motherfuckers are saying I'm doing. How fucking fucking unbelievably stupid is that? So my point is, now they've got all these people just out here lying. You've got a whole army of people that are confessing to working for Epstein, and thus Piper and Weinberger and police admin and Napoli and the Pomerlos and whoever that asshole is that owns the property that Shaw's is on. You got security guards showing their ass like the guy at the asshole at Market 32 with all the tactical gear that had no gear attached to all that molly webbing. Why are you wearing all that molly webbing when you got nothing attached to it, you dumb fuck? You SWAT wannabe motherfucker. The 2 security guards, or 3 that work at City Hall and or the little courthouse across from City Hall. You got Caton, who's military dependent, and her father's military. You got this Navy SEAL that came in here. Oh, and guess what? They're 100% liabilities. The Catons and Burl and all of her crew are 100% liabilities, because in the military, a prosecutor doesn't say, we'll drop the charges if you testify against a... No, you will testify on who you work for and who you were committing treason with. And that's it. They throw you in the brig, you don't get food, they can do to you whatever. They can compel you to talk, however, they can fucking strap you down and inject you with sodium chloride. Or, what is it called? It's true serum. You're so fucking high, you have no defense. You just start talking. Sodium, maybe it's not sodium chloride. I can't think of the name of it right now, but anyway, yeah. Military investigations are done completely differently than civilian. And since most of you are acting on behalf of military, like Goldwater and Hegseth and whoever else, you're going to be treated just like military. You're not going to have any fucking, oh, well, I have 4th Amendment rights and I have 5th Amendment rights. No, you don't. You have no due process rights whatsoever. For my father, that goes for my mother, that goes for my Uncle David, that goes for his kids, his nasty ass wife Hazel, that goes for my father's wife, that goes for his stepkids, grandkids. Yeah. Ain't nobody got no rights. Now, is a lot of the stuff they're saying false? Yes. But again, I have to that's why I'm thinking he's got something on somebody as a JAG investigator. Because if he really was what they said he was, they would just arrest him, throw him in the brig, and that would be it. Why go through all the trouble of falsifying all these goddamn medical records? My civilian medical records. To make criminal allegations against a military veteran, he doesn't have any civil rights anyway. Why not just court-martial him and throw him in the brig, throw him in Leavenworth or wherever the fuck? Hell, because he has to get his health care at the VA, you can just have them put him down. They can say, oh, Mr. Moore, you've got some sort of infection. We need to give you an injection of antibiotic, and it can be a lethal dose of fucking fentanyl. No, she's not doing any of that. Piper's not doing any of that. She's doing all this fuckery through the civilian chain, the civilian hospitals and all their partners and all the various social services for money. Let's say he really is a predator. She's exploiting it. She doesn't get to profit off him. She's basically making him a fucking Native American poor version of Epstein at that point. Which is that's all Epstein was. He was a predator that the military exploited. They convinced him that he was wonderful they did the same thing to him they're doing to all these stupid ICE agents. Now Epstein came from a much wealthier family. In fact, Bill Barr got him his first job at some elite private school in New York. So he wasn't going to get bought off with fucking HUD housing and a fucking minimum wage job at Michael's Art Supplies. Fuck out of here. They used him to get compromise on people. All you ICE agents are no different. You're just criminals that they're using, thinking, but you're just manufacturing compromise. You're not getting any real compromise on anybody because you're under surveillance. I'm under surveillance. We're all under surveillance. The special prosecutors, the uncorrupted special prosecutors and JAG are seeing exactly who's doing what. So guess what? That makes all of you just fucking dead weight liabilities. You're all going to die. You have to die now. If they at least got the gratification of killing me, yeah, then they would need you. They would need you to testify and say, oh yeah, Heather killed herself. Since I'm not dying, guess what? They got no need for you anymore. They already know you're not going to fucking get me in your car. They know you're not going to get me into any of these local bogus charities. If you come anywhere near me, I'm going to kill you. And I can do that. Just because the cancer isn't killing me doesn't mean there isn't tons of evidence that it's here. And you were part of it. So you motherfuckers better be running your fucking ass to the sheriff's department or Essex PD or wherever and turning yourselves in, or you are going to die. You're going to die. They paid off Ben to kill Brandy, then they paid off Alex to kill Ben. Haven't seen Alex since I posted his photo on my thing. They're going to pay Anthony to kill. Anthony ain't going to have no problem killing Jamie. Jamie won't kill him, he'll kill her. And then, because Anthony's so far out there with his issues, they're going to slip him a lethal dose, and then they're going to put him down. If my father really is guilty, oh, you're definitely dead motherfuckers now, because he ain't going to let you fucking roll on him and send his ass to fucking death row for obstructing the Kennedy assassination investigation. So you guys went to work for assassins, and now you're dead weight, you're worthless, you failed, they failed. Now you're just a big fucking embarrassment. I mean, it used to be worse the risk because they were killing me. They killed me out of wrath, envy, jealousy, covetousness, gluttony, greed. They wrapped in the 7 deadly sins. Now that they don't get to kill me and torture me to death, now that that's a failed mission, they got all this fucking evidence lurking around. You fucking idiots wanting to get paid, but you're not going to be able to succeed in the number one goal of killing me. And I'm about to start calling police every motherfucking time one of you cocksuckers is in my face. I don't give a shit if you're 300 feet away on a fucking sidewalk. You're there because Palantir told you where I was. I want to get this email, this amended email to Officer View in the Vermont judiciary that the cancer's no longer a deadly issue for me, though there's plenty of evidence that it was, and that they need to re-strategize how they want to approach this, because all you motherfuckers are about to die. They're about to have bodies hitting the motherfucking floor left and motherfucking right. Because you're no longer worth the trouble. The whole idea was to kill me, and all you did was fuck up and confess, admit who you worked for, and rolled on them and got them fucking looking at death row. Trust and believe your days are numbered, motherfucker. So if you looking, I got my popcorn.